Baba Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna, Swagatam, Suswagatam. So I'm quite happy to host so many devotees, by the grace of Hare Krishna. So, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So I may not know you, but we are part of the same family. By Krishna's grace, Prabhupada's grace.
Yeah, so I would like to Madhavendra.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead. Now we can hear you. You want to
Yeah,
say?
sorry. So, yeah, so I want to introduce Subhadra, my sister, and I encourage her to listen to our
Hare Krishna
Bhakti Bible
Prabhu.
class. And
So this is your sister.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Lord.
You are the sister of Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Nice
sorry.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I used to
Thank you.
be Mauritius in 95,
Ye-
96, 97.
Yes.
Long back. I used to run a center there. So who else is there?
Then there is Nandini. She's my sister-in-law. You can see online. And then there is Sundar Gopal Kunal, my brother,
Okay.
and Vaijayanti Devidasi, my mother-in-law.
Okay.
Moshekar is not here yet, so
And Nisha Gungadin.
that's Nandini, my sister-in-law.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. So Swagatam, Suswagatam, you're most welcome. You're kind of joining a Shastric course, which is called Bhakti Vibhav. We are already in the Srimad Bhagavatam number 2, the second canto, chapter 8. But there's no harm because Srimad Bhagavatam is always sweet. Whether you take it in the beginning, middle, or end, it's always relishable.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to sing a particular song. We do that all the time. It's Krishna Lila Stava. It's a book written by Sanatan Goswami. And basically, those sloks glorify the Srimad Bhagavatam. I can share, if you want, the screen with you so you guys can have access to the sloks. Let me see. Share sound. Okay. Yes. Share. Share. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll sing the first one. Sava Shastrabdi Piyush. Sava Vedaka Satfala. Sava Siddhant. Ratnadiya Sava Loke Kadrik Pradam. O Srimad Bhagavatam. O nectar churned from the ocean of all the Vedic scriptures. O most prominent transcendental fruit of all the Vedas. O you are enriched with the jewels of all spiritual philosophical conclusions. O you grant spiritual vision to all the people of the world. So, Aranishta, you want to recite this number 2?
Yeah, Sarva Bhagavata Prana, Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu, Kali Dvanto Dita Ditya, Shri Krishna Parivartita. O life breath of the Vaishnava, devotees, O Lord, you are the sun which has arisen to dispel the darkness of the Kali Yuga. You are actually Lord Krishna who has returned among us.
Paramanand Pataya Premvakshyakshara Savada Savasivyaya Shri Krishnaya Namostume. O Srimad Bhagavatam, I offer respectful obeisances unto you. By reading you one attains transcendental bliss, for your syllables reign pure love of God upon the reader. You are always to be served by everyone, for you are an incarnation of Lord Krishna.
Mad eka bandhu mad sangin, mad guru mad mahadana, mad nishtaraka mad bhagya, mad ananda namastute. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O my only friend, O my companion, O my teacher, my great wealth, O my deliverer, O my good fortune, O my bliss, I offer respectful obeisances unto you.
Sadhu sadhutadayin natini chochatarkana munsha kadachin mam prem naritkantayo spuram. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O giver of saintliness to the unsaintly, O uplifter of the very fallen, please don't ever leave me. Please become manifest upon my heart and my throat, accompanied by pure love of Krishna. By Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
So now we will sing the regular prayers, as you all know. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Shakshumiritam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Shvapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Yutapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupam Sagrachatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Samjivam Advaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Upesh Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kansane Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshvari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Panamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhasha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Okay, so are you somewhat aware or familiar with the Srimad Bhagavatam? Have you ever read the Srimad Bhagavatam? We can be interactive. Huh? Feel free to intervene, to speak out. I'm quite, open to share even during the class. There's no harm for me. You feel free to intervene and speak out. So before I start, are you somewhat familiar with the Srimad Bhagavatam, or is it your first encounter?
No, Prabhu, it's our first encounter.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone is on the same page? Is it all the participants are totally brand new to Srimad Bhagavatam? Or?
I would say in the sense of systematic study, yes.
Okay.
Just hearing, not in a systematic way. Yes, it's new. It's first time.
Okay.
And the fact that we are doing the Canto 2, we are at the 8th chapter.
So then, Anisha, you're going to have to sum up in a few minutes the first canto and the second canto up to now. Can you do that?
Well,
In
I
not
would,
a long
I
time,
would,
let's say 2-3 minutes.
no, I would prefer you do that, Prabhu. I mean, I can say, but then you're gonna give more nectar if we hear from you in a
So,
nutshell.
as you know, Srimad Bhagavatam is the embodiment of the Lord. It's Bhagavat Shravan. It corresponds to one of the Panchanga Bhakti. There's 64 Bhakti Angas, according to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. When within the scope of Krishna consciousness, there's 64 ways to serve Krishna. And of course, it's certain ways are yam and niyam, things we should be doing and things we should not be doing, do's and do nots. But to sum it all up in a nutshell, among those 64, there's 5 Panchanga Bhakti, Panch. 5 Angas. Angas means aspects of Bhakti which are extremely conducive to Krishna consciousness. What are those 5?
Residing in Holy Dham
Yes.
and study of Srimad Bhagavatam and
Yes. So there's a beautiful verse by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that extols the glories of the Panchanga Bhakti. Duru adbut viryasmin. So virya means power. Adbut means wonderful. In Mayapur, we say adbut mandir. Duru adbut viryasmin. Duru means it's difficult to understand the glories, the power of those 5 anga. Shraddha Dure to Panchake. Shraddha Dure, even if you have a faint, and Dure means far, distant, faint. Even if you have a faint Shraddha means faith in those 5. Yatra Svalpopi Sambandha. Even if you have a Svalpo means meager Sambandha, a meager relationship with those 5. Sadhya Bhava Janmane. If you're not offensive, you will develop Bhava Janmane. So what are those 5? Arinishta mentioned. Namruchi, we chant Hare Krishna. We're trying to get a ruchi, a taste in chanting. Sadhu Sangha, obviously we cannot practice on our own. We need devotees. That is why Prabhupada opened so many centers all over the world. And then Bhagavat Shravan. Bhagavat Shravan means we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. What else is there? Worshipping the deities. It's important, especially for those who are married. We should home worship. We should have deities at home. Who are the most lenient deities? Amongst all the deities we worship, who are the most lenient in Kali Yuga? The most accommodating deities, which forms of the Lord?
they are Gornitai. What Papa said, Tush?
Yeah,
Gornitai.
or even Jagannath. Jagannath, Baladev, Shrimati, Subhadra. This is extremely lenient. They're extremely merciful. And of course, living in the Dham, Mathura Vesh. So you guys live in Mauritius. It's a very fertile field for Krishna consciousness. So if you make your home a place of worship, then as if you are living in the Dham. Now, in regard to Srimad Bhagavatam, Rupa Goswami explained, Srimad Bhagavat Arthanam. The meaning, Arthanam means meaning. Asvado rasike saha. Rasika bhakta. We should relish Shrimad Bhagavatam. Sadhu Sangha Svatu Vare. We should relish Bhagavatam in the association of devotees. But not only any devotees, like-minded devotees. See, some devotees are, after some years in Krishna consciousness, you become specialized. You become a cook, you become a teacher, you become a TP, an organizer, you organize Padayatra, you organize festivals, you find your sweet spot. So it is advisable to, when you study, Asvadu means to enjoy the taste of Srimad Bhagavatam. Not everyone enjoyed the taste of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sajatiya shaye snigde. Snigde means affection. We should have like-minded affection for Srimad Bhagavatam. Then the taste will be more relishable. You follow? So this class is really there to help you enjoy or appreciate, relish the taste of Srimad Bhagavatam. The purpose of this course is to give you a taste for Srimad Bhagavatam. So what are the benefits of getting the taste for Srimad Bhagavatam? Can you tell me? There's so many, but just to name a few. It's called Shruti Fal. Shruti Fal means fal, the fruits of hearing. There's so many boons given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Can you name a few? Arinishta may know.
Yeah, it cleanses the heart from material conditioning, material impurities,
Yes.
and it makes you become more, it deepens your connection with Krishna.
Yes, exactly.
And it will help us to get rid of the cycle of birth, death, disease, old age.
Yes. Exactly. Kim va parer, and Srimad Bhagavatam 112, Srila Vyasadeva explained, Kim va parer, what is the need of any other scriptures? You tell me. What is the need? Ishvara sadyo rijavarujate tra kritibi shushrushabis takchanat. Takchanat means immediately, at once. It's going to, within your heart, the Srimad Bhagavatam will become compact. Compact means it will become solidified. Kritibi means pious. If you have a pious disposition, if you cultivate Krishna consciousness by means of Srimad Bhagavatam, at once means immediately, you will become purified. See? Shradaya, the verse 284, beautiful verse we studied recently. Shradaya, how does it go? Srinvatam Shradaya Nitya Grinata Svacheshtitam Kalina Natitirgana Bhagavan Vishateridi. So if you hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, Nitya, eternally, regularly, Grinata Svacheshtitam, if you put your heart honestly, if you put your effort, Kalina Natitirgana, in no time, Bhagavan Vishateridi, the Lord will enter your heart. So, as I said, we could spend the whole day. It's not even sufficient to extol the glories, the boons of Srimad Bhagavatam. So let's try to do a recap, because you guys are just getting on board after a few years we started Bhagavatam with that group. a few years ago, but there's no harm. So what's happening in the first canto? First of all, is the Srimad Bhagavatam 12 books? We say 12 cantos. Does it mean 12 books? What do you
No,
think?
it is just one book which been divided into has been divided into 12 cantos.
Yes. How many shlokas in the Srimad Bhagavatam?
18,000.
Okay. How many chapters?
Mm,
335. So we have to understand it is one book only. But for the sake of convenience, Srila Vyasadeva has divided the book into 12 cantos.
Mm.
And there are 10 topics in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Mm.
What are the 10 topics? That is why the Srimad Bhagavatam is considered Mahapuran. It's not a Puran, it's Mahapuran. So amongst the Puranas, there's only two Mahapuran, Srimad Bhagavatam and Vishnu Puran. So there's a verse 210.1, Shukadeva is saying, Shri Shuka Uvacha, Atra Sarga Visargascha, Poshanam Utayaha. Manvatara Ishanukata Niroda Mukti Ashrayaha. These are the 10 topics. So first topic is Sarga. What's the meaning? Sarga Adinishta?
Sarga means creation.
Sorry, creation, yes. The primary creation. There's two creations. Huh?
Sarga Visarga.
So please explain to them perhaps what is Sarga because they may get confused. Briefly, Sarga means the primary creation. Up to, when we say creation, who is doing the creation?
Vishnu.
See,
Yeah, how many Vishnus?
Shri.
Very good. How do we call them in Sanskrit? In terms of avatars? Purusha avatars. Huh?
Purusharvata Garbhodakshaya Vishnu.
Well, the first one is Karanadakashai
Yeah,
or Mahavishnu.
Karanadakshaya. Yeah,
The number two.
Garbhodakshaya Vishnu.
Very good. And number
And
three.
then, yeah, someone else can answer. Don't hesitate. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu.
Very good. Or Paramatma. So, what's the meaning of Paramatma? Paramatma, super soul. So the first Vishnu is the super soul of the whole creation. The total manifestation, the total cosmic manifestation. And then is going to expand into the second Vishnu, Garbo. Garbo means Garbo, the womb. Yoni, the womb. So that second Vishnu is Purush, incarnation, is going to enter within each Brahmand, each universe. So the second Vishnu is the Paramatma of each universe, of all the jivas, mobile, immobile, okay? And then the third Vishnu is Paramatma, like Kshiro. What's the meaning of Kshiro? Kshiro Dakashai, Vishnu. Kshir. Kshir means dut in India, milk.
Shir.
there's a planet in this universe called Shvetadvip. It's called Dhruv-lok. This is a Vaikuntha-lok. It never dies. This is not a material planet. It's a spiritual planet. There, if you go, this planet has no orbit. All the planets, including the sun, revolves around this planet. And there, this is Dhruv-lok, Shvetadvip. There you will find Kshirodakashai, Vishnu. He's lying on the ocean of milk. Sometimes when Brahma is confused, is perplexed, he goes there to inquire. So this third Vishnu is the Paramatma, the super soul in your heart, in my heart, in the heart of a snail, of a dog, of a giraffe, of a demigod. Ishvaro Savabhutanam Vridedesh Arjun Tishtati Brahmayam Savabhutani Yantarudani Mayaya. 1861, Krishna says, I direct the wanderings of all the jivas. We are situated on a machine, yantra. Now, yantra means machine. Our body is a machine. And who is the director? Who is the conductor? This is Vishnu. And it's like you have seen in car racing business, there's a pilot and a co-pilot. Did you notice? You find sometimes car racing in the desert or in the snow, in the mountains. There are two guys inside the car.
Huh?
Sorry?
We should mute our...
It's okay. If you want to speak, it's fine. So there's a pilot. That is the Jiv. We are Jivatma, right? And there's a co-pilot. What is the purpose of the co-pilot?
He witnesses. He's just the witnesser of everything that the pilot is doing.
Yeah, and he knows the map, he knows the itinerary, he knows the ways, he knows the path. He has already driven on this path. So he knows he's going to tell the pilot, be careful. There's a curve on the right. You have to slow down, third gear. This is your speed. Then accelerate, slow down. He's guiding. So the Paramatma is guiding the Jiv, the living entity. Paramatma is the co-pilot. We are the pilots. But the problem is we tend not to listen to Paramatma. So that is the first topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sarga. God himself creates via his glance, Sa Ekshata, by dint of his energy, the display of his energies. And then at one point, during the process of creation, Brahma will take over. Who is Brahma?
The engineer of this cosmic mind.
Very good. Who is speaking?
Nandini.
Wow. Nandini is a smart lady. So Brahma, at one point, he will be born. When will he be born and where? He's going to be born from which Vishnu?
Mahavishnu.
No, he's born from the second Vishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu. The second Vishnu. This Vishnu is lying on the Garbhodak ocean, accompanied by Lakshmi. She's serving him, massaging his feet. And then from the navel of this Vishnu will grow a lotus flower. Atop of this lotus flower, there will be a fully bloomed lotus, upon which Lord Brahma himself will appear. Okay? So when Lord Brahma appears, is a Jivatma like you and me, he will take over. He will start to, it's called Visarga. This is the second topic of the Shrimad Bhagavatam, secondary creation. Now he's going to assemble the universe. First, he's going to do some penances to understand his service. He's going to get the darshan of the Lord. He's going to hear the flute of Krishna, Mahavakya, the Om Shatushloki of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he will understand the ways and means to conduct his service of creation, secondary creator. And then he's going to start going about his business. And he will build, the universe is there, yes, but it's all empty, it's all dark. There's no planets, there's no living entities. So Brahma is so powerful, it's called Atmabhu, Svayambhu. What's the meaning of those terms, those names of Brahma? Atmabhu, Svayambhu. Hare Krishna, Moshe Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Atmabhu means one who got the direct knowledge from Krishna.
Yeah. So we're having a recap because we have quite a few fresh students and they're coming out of the blue. So I'm trying to do a quick recap of first canto and up to where we left off. So
Moshikar is very late, Prabhu.
yeah. So Svayambhu means, does Brahma have a mother? Does he have a mother, Brahma?
No.
No. See, Vishnu doesn't need a wife to make children. Anganiyasya sakalendriya vritimanti. By any of his organs, any of his organs can accomplish the functions of any other organs. You follow? He can taste with his foot. He can read with his hand. He can make children with his shoulder. His body is absolute. He doesn't need a particular organ. He can eat with his ear. His body is totally transcendental, absolute. So Brahma is going to manifest Manasa Putra. Putra means sons from his mind, Manasa. Brahma is such a powerful living entity. His body is made of intelligence. He has no gross body like you and me. Earth, water, fire. There's no gross matter. His body is pure intelligence. He's the most intelligent person in the universe. So from his mind, he will create personalities. Can you name a few of his sons, direct sons?
Narada.
God.
Yeah, Narad is the youngest son, definitely is there. But Narad is a brahmachari, he's not a Prajapati. First, he's going to create Prajapati. Yeah? Can you name a few? They're directly
Daksha,
Daksh, Atri, Kashyap. They're extremely powerful living entities. They are Prajapatis. They can create races. They are much more powerful than demigods. They can create demigods. They can create humans. They can create dogs. There's 84 lakh species of life, mobile, immobile. They can create species of life. Extremely powerful living entity. So with the help of those sons, he's going to create, that is his job, that is his seva. What is his seva? To facilitate why Brahma is facilitating us to again take birth in this universe. What is the purpose behind?
To get reformed and purified and go back home.
Yes, that's one purpose, But what is the first, even before that one, Prabhu, what is the first purpose of taking birth in this universe?
Uh, because it was the Jivatma desire to enjoy
Exactly.
separately from Krishna.
Excellent. And this is the very good answer. Lord Rishabdev is a Shaktavar Shavatra. He explained in 551, Rishabha Uvacha, Nayam Deho Dehabajam Niloke, Kashtan Karate, Kashtan Kamanarati Vidbujamiye. Beautiful verse 551. He's speaking to his boys. He's got 100 boys. And the eldest son is Bharat Maharaj. So he's telling Putraka, my dear boys, of all the jivas means living entity, distinct. We are distinct from one another. Of all the jivas who have accepted material bodies, one who has been rewarded, it's a reward to get a human birth. It's a reward. Brahmanta Brahmite Kono Bhagavan Jiva. It's a reward. We should not work hard day and night like Dwit Bujam. Dwit Bujam means pigs or dogs. Some people work very hard all day. Rishabdev is telling us, no, you should not work hard like a pig or a dog. Because why do animals work so hard? Because they're into sense gratification. Sense gratification is also available for dogs, for snail, for butterfly, for pig. So the advice of Rishabdev is that he's telling his boys, 100 children he has, sons, don't work so hard. But tapodivyam putraka yena sadvam should, yet you should engage in tapodivyam, divine tap or penance. Why? Do we do penance just for the sake of showing off? No. Tapodivyam putraka yena sadvam should yet. Should yet. You have to purify the heart. Why do we want to purify the heart? Do we want to purify the heart for the sake of undertaking severe austerities? What is the purpose in Krishna consciousness to purify the heart? Brahma Sukh. So we can taste spiritual bliss. Brahma Sukyam Twanantam, eternally anant. So that's why we're doing. Otherwise, why should we do penance if we don't get something higher than sense gratification? Although already we get sense gratification according to our karma. So if we do penance, that should be for the purpose of purifying the heart so we can go back. Otherwise, we're going to miss the train once again. How many times we miss the train, we cannot keep track. We miss the train millions of times. Millions. So that is the purpose of Brahma. It's a twofold purpose. Is facilitating us. We are wayward living entities. We are desperado. We are renegades. We are prisoners. We are inmates. You follow? If you are in this world, means you are guilty. If you go to prison, if you speak to a prisoner, if you ask him, why are you here, sir? What will he say?
He is guilty of something.
First of all,
He is-
some may deny. They will say, no, I'm here, but it's unfair. I've been treated unfairly. The government is the culprit. Most probably they are rebellious, otherwise they wouldn't be in jail. But very rarely you may find an inmate that will admit, yes, I've killed my brother. I stole a car. I smuggled drugs. So those who are intelligent prisoners, they will admit, yes, I made a mistake. I agree. That's why I'm here. So the first purpose is to facilitate us to enjoy. But can we really enjoy? That's the question. Can we really enjoy in this world? Yes or no?
No,
No,
no.
because
So give me a verse, or you don't have to quote Sanskrit, but give me a quote, even in English or in Creole, if you want, that something from Shastra that explains we cannot enjoy. There's a verse, again, Rishabdev. Rishabdev is extremely quoted by Srila Prabhupada. It's one of the most quoted Acharya. It's not an Acharya, it's a Shakyavesh. Prabhupada has literally given hundreds of classes on Rishabdev. And a few hundreds of classes. 554, beautiful verse. Nunam pramata kurute vikama yadindriya pritaya prinoti. He's saying to these boys, 100 boys, headed by Bharat, Nunam pramata kurute vikarma, because we engage into vikarma. What is the meaning of vikarma? Ugra karma?
vikrama is prohibited actions.
Prohibited.
Allowed by
Yes.
Religion.
Yes, it's prohibited. We become pramada. Pramada means, like English, mad, madden. To be mad in English. It comes from the Sanskrit term pramad. Pramad means mad. Yadindriya pritaya aprinoti. Indriya means senses. You follow? So we have been given the body by the means of nature. Aprinoti. Aprinoti means to engage. We are thinking, oh, it's great. I've got a brand new body. I'm 5, I'm 6. My body is fit to enjoy. But little do we know that actually we got this body due to our past misdeeds. You follow? We are thinking foolishly, this body is a boon. It is a boon, but it is also, unfortunately, the cause of our misfortune. Because we got the body due to past misdeeds. This is the point of Rishabdan. We have been misbehaving. And the result of that is we are going to get a body, which is temporary, but actually the body is the cause of misery. You follow? We are getting it backwards. We are thinking, I can enjoy like anything. I've got brand new sets of senses, actions, and sense perception. But little do we know that actually the body is also the cause of our misery. What are the 3 types of misery that afflict the living entity?
Adi Devi, Adhyatmic, and
Uh,
Yes, excellent. So please explain, Prabhu.
Adibhutic is miseries given by the other living entities, and Adhyatmic is miseries given by the mind. Adidevic is miseries given by the demigods, like natural calamities.
Exactly. So when you analyze your daily life, when you look at your life on a daily basis, on a weekly, on a monthly, on a yearly basis, if you are honest with yourself, is there more happiness or more distress in your
No
life?
distress.
Does everyone agree? Do we have more happiness in general or more distress?
More distress.
More distress. Boots, adibotic, other booters. Booters means jivas. We get bitten by a dog, mosquito. A colleague at work is blasting us. Is cursing us. We get cursed. Adi Davik in Mauritius. I used to live there. There's so many tornadoes, tidal wave. You know, the weather sometimes is gloomy. There's storms. Adi Davik, so that's what it is. Adhyatmik, the mind is going nuts. The mind is chanchal, like a prostitute, flickering. The mind is driving us crazy. The body is aging. We have pain in the joints, in the knee, we have teeth, we have pains. So yes, as we are getting birth, we're so happy. I got a brand new body. I can enjoy, I can run, I can play soccer. We're attracted by the other opposite gender. But little do we know, that's the point of Rishabdev, that this body that we have received is the cause of our misery. You follow? And then he goes, Rishabdev is such a powerful incarnation of God. He's saying, Nasadu Manye, he's telling his boys, Nasadu Manye, I don't think it's befitting, my dear boys. You shouldn't have taken a material body in the first place. The body is a sign of disease. You cannot lie. If you have a material body, it means you're a sick person. A sane person doesn't have a material body. Does Krishna have a material body? Does Narad have a material body? Does Shukadev Goswami have a material body? Does Rishabdev have a material body? Rishabdev, when he was passing stool, his stool is smelling rose, 130 kilometers radius. You may say, well, he's passing stool, he has a material body. Yes, okay, granted, but his stool smells like rose. His body is transcendental. So we have been given a body to suffer. So the point of Rishabdev 554, Nasadu Manye Yata Atmanoyam Asanapur Kleshada Apideaha Asadeaha, is telling the boys, I don't think it's befitting, my dear boys, to again engage in sense gratification. Why? Because as soon as you engage into sense gratification, you're going to perpetually get another body and then another body. It's a vicious circle. So that is the first reason Brahma has been told by Krishna, Vishnu, to populate your universe. Why? Because he has to facilitate us. We are conditioned souls. We are being thrown, cast in the glance of Mahavishnu into Pradhan. Then Pradhan will transform into Mahatattva. So we can enjoy, supposedly, but that, like Moshika Prabhu was saying, the second purpose, if we are a little intelligent, we understand. Just like if you are in a jail, if you admit, yes, I'm guilty, you stop blaming the government. You stop blaming your wife, your son who put you there in the first place. You start to understand, if I'm in the jail means I'm guilty. That's a very good realization. Then you are thinking to yourself how to get out of there. How can you come out of the jail? There's many ways to come out of the jail. What are the different ways?
By being very, having a very good conduct, being very, becoming the recipient of mercy of the one who is in charge of the prisoner, or even the prime minister.
Yes. So that you're jumping to the first class solution. Let's say you are an inmate, hardcore prisoner, you want to get out, you may dig a tunnel at night. It's going to take you years and you're going to escape ultimately, perhaps. But once you are, let's say you manage to escape, can you live freely out there once you escape?
No.
No, you have to hide all your life. You want to go shopping, buy your grocery, you may, because the police will be searching for you day and night. So again, if you try to escape Krishna consciousness, you try to take any other path of salvation, it's not going to work. Krishna consciousness is the only way you can come out with your head high. Just like she was saying, Arenishta, if you have good conduct, good behavior, the yards, the guardians within the prison, they will notice this person, this girl, this boy, this man, this woman, she behaves properly. We have noticed her, noticed him. And after some time, they will report, yes, actually, telling the director, such and such, he's a good guy. I can see he has a good consciousness. Perhaps we should do something. Then he may get some more responsibility within the prison because he has a good behavior. He's got a good shila. Shila means behavior, good morale, and is gentle, and perhaps he can even help the guardians, the yardens, you know. And why not? Perhaps one day, if he carries on in this way, his jail time will be shortened. You follow? He was going to do 10 years, 15 years. After a few years of such good behavior, he may be given a shorter sentence. So that's the second purpose of Visarga. Visarga means secondary creation by Brahma. First, to punish the living entity by giving him a body, which is actually the cause of suffering. Number two, reformatory process. He can reform himself. That's the purpose of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so back to 210.1. Shri Shukovacha Sa Atra Sarga Visarga Poshanam. Poshanam means this is one topic.
Nourishing.
Yeah, Poshanam means offering prayers. Poshanam. Can you name a few passages in the Bhagavatam where devotees are taking shelter? They're offering prayers to come out from the prison house. In the first canto, we covered quite a few
Prayers
cases.
of Kunti Maharani,
Yes.
of Queen Kunti.
What did she say? Give me one shlok, at least. What did she say? She's praying to her nephew, Lord Krishna. What does she say? At least one shlok or one point.
She's asking for more difficulties
Your voice is breaking off.
in her life so that she can constantly remember.
Exactly. This is a beautiful verse, 1:825. Vipada. Vipada means trouble, miseries, calamities. Vipada son tu tat sadvat. Shashvat, sorry. She's asking for more. Can you imagine the level of this lady, Queen Kunti? She's one of the most phenomenal lady in the history of this universe. You cannot beat Queen Kunti. Vipada Sandhu Yashashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru. She's calling Krishna Jagat Guru. I want more calamities. Why does she want more? It's crazy. People will say, she's crazy. She's asking for more calamities. Don't we have enough? That's her level of consciousness. But she's not a crazy lady. Why does she do that?
So that her mind will not be diverted away from thinking of Krishna's lotus feet, so
Yeah,
that she can remember Krishna always.
exactly. Bhavato darshanam yatsyat darshan. Because she knows if I have difficulties, if I take shelter, darshan, bhavato darshanam yatsyat. Then I will be able to again take darshan. Apunar bhava darshanam. Then finish with samsara. Bhava darshanam means samsara. My samsara will be finished. Why? Because I'm getting darshan of the Lord all the time. Why? Because I'm so much suffering like hell. So because I'm suffering, because I'm cornered, because it's tough, my life is tough, I take more shelter. But at the end of the day, she goes back to Krishna. She's already with Krishna. She's a Parshada. She's an eternal companion of Krishna. So this is Poshanam. Any other devotees who take shelter of Krishna in the Bhagavatam, irrespective of the cantos.
Gajendra,
Gajendra. Which canto?
Canto 8.
Canto 8, very good. Gajendra Moksh is praying. So Poshanam is a very strong aspect of Krishna consciousness. It's one of the 10 topics. Atra Saga Visagascha Poshanam. Prahlad in the first canto, Dasiputra. Remember? The sages, Shonakarishi and the sages at Nimisharanya, they take shelter. They want to hear more Krishna Katha. Poshanam. So it's a very important aspect of Krishna consciousness. One of the 10 topics. Poshanam Uttayaha. What's the meaning of Utta, Utti, Uttayaha? That's a topic also. Atra Saga Visagascha Poshanam Uttayaha. Utti. It's a topic of Bhagavatam. Uttaya means to, the impetus to unite, to enjoy. It's called Purush Abhiman in Sanskrit. The enjoying mood. We want to have progeny. It's a very strong impetus. You may be a tiger, a giraffe, any species. At one point, you want to have children, offshoots, progeny. It's a topic. You may say, well, it's a material topic. No. It's part of Bhagavata. Uttayaha. Utti. We want to have progeny. We want to beget progeny. There's an impetus in us. You follow? So that's also a very strong rooted desire. So tell me a few examples in the Bhagavatam of this topic.
What's the question again, Prabhu?
We are dealing with the topic of Uttaya, which is one of the 10 topics of Bhagavatam. Utti, the impetus to beget children. Who is totally into that in Bhagavatam? There's a few cases. We discussed one of the Manasiputra, it comes to mind. Daksh. Daksh means expert. Is the thumb of Lord Brahma. And that is his job. He loves to have children. He loves to beget children. And it's part of his seva. So that's why he's got so many wives. And what happened when he had children? Remember the sixth canto? Who came along? At one point, he had a batch of 10,000 children. Do you think he's begetting one or two children? No, he's such a powerful male. He can give 10,000 children to his wives in one go. So, and who came?
Devarshi Narad.
Devarshi Narad. What happened? He preached to the boys. Better you take brahmachari. So the boys, they were supposed to be born and again marry and get children to populate the universe. But Narad came along and he converted them into brahmachari. They didn't marry at all and they undertook spiritual life. So Daksh was not happy. And again, what did he do? He had another batch of 10,000 children. And again, Narad came and he converted them. And this time, Daksh could not swallow. He cursed Narad. You will never be happy materially. And I curse you to always roam the land. You cannot stop in one place. Narad was very happy. So now, is it a setback to have children? Yes or no? In Krishna consciousness.
No.
If we are able to raise them Krishna consciously, then no. But
Your voice is very distant, whoever is speaking.
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur mentioned if we need to bring Krishna conscious student for preaching, he will do that also.
Yes. So who had many children in our line of acharyas not far ago?
Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he had 12, 11 children.
Yeah, 11 or 12, I forgot, 14. So can you imagine? And was he in Maya? Is a manjari, is a purush, is a mukta purush devotee, is a eternal companion of the Lord, coming straight from Golok. So now, if we break, what does Krishna says in the Gita in regard to having children? Kamosmi dhamma viruddha bharata shaba. Come, I'm sex life, which is not adharma viruddha, which is not against adharma. So yes, there's nothing wrong. You have a strong desire, uttaya, it's the topic, utti, impetus. I want to carry on my line age. Some kings are like this. They're very concerned, the kings. I want my boy, I want my son to carry on my line age. Okay, no problem. Make sure you beget Krishna conscious children. Okay, next. Atra saga visagascha poshanam uttayaha. Monvatara. That's the next topic. Monvatara. What's the meaning? Monvantara.
Related to Manu.
Yeah, Monvanta. Who are those Monvanta? What's the meaning of Monvanta?
Incarnation of the Lord in different
Yeah,
reign of
Manus. Manu. Humanity. Humanité en français. Manu. Manu means, who are those Manus? Manu Samhita. Krishna says 4:1. Abravit. I'm forgetting the verse. He has given this knowledge to Ishvaku, who himself got it from Vivashvat Manu. Vivashvat is all Manu, very powerful living entity. Manu Samhita. He rules the whole human beings in the whole universe. This is number 7. There's 14 Manus in one day of Brahma. So we are going to discuss in the Srimad Bhagavatam about their lives, their type of bhakti. They're very powerful devotees. They don't control one planet. They control how many species of human beings in the universe?
400,000.
Very good. Are all the human beings on this planet Earth?
No.
Sorry?
No, not
No.
See, how many species of human beings on this planet? How many? 10, 15? Blacks, Chinese, whites, A few Indians,
Four.
different species of Indians, brown, okay? That's 4, 5, perhaps 10 different types of blacks, okay? 10, 20. Is there 4 lakhs of human beings on this planet? No way. So humans are everywhere. And they are under the ruling of Manu. Very powerful. How long do they live? You know the lifespan of a Manu? $10 years, 15 years, 5 centuries?
No, it's million years.
330 million years. You follow? 330 million years. We have to understand our lifespan is like a microsecond, a millisecond. They live 330 million years of earthly years. So it's very interesting to Bhagavatam spans over 2 billion years. Talking about Bible, talking about Quran, these are upadharma, sub-religion for subhumans. Bhagavatam has nothing to do with this planet Earth. It has nothing to do with Hinduism. See? Bhagavatam is coming from the breathing of Lord Krishna. It is not a Hindu religion. It's coming from the breathing of Lord Krishna. Puranam Brahma Samitam. Idam Bhagavatam Nam Puranam Brahma Samitam. So we are talking about the life of living entities living not only in this universe, in different universes, different kalpas, different days of Brahma. Basically, it covers roughly 2 billion years. Do you know any books on this planet that covers 2 billion years of epics, stories, Puranas, ancient stories? No.
No.
Even if you destroy all the books in the universe, if Bhagavatam is there, there's no loss. That's the main contribution of Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, you take over GBC, you take over ISKCON. My purpose is to write Bhagavatam, comment Bhagavatam. This is the main thrust of Prabhupada. The rest is secondary. Prabhupada said, even if ISKCON closes down, if Bhagavatam is there, there's no loss. Bhagavatam itself can take you back to God, to Golokha. So let's go back to the topic. Atra Sarga Visargascha Poshanam Utayaha Manvantara Ishanukata. That's a beautiful topic. Ishanukata, meaning Ishanukata.
The pastime of the Lord.
Yeah.
Of the...
So Isha, Ishavasyamidam Sarvam. Isha means God. Isha Putra. Right? Isha Putra is the name of Lord Jesus Christ. If you read Bhavishya Puran, the Lord Jesus Christ is there in Bhavishya Puran. His name is Isha Putra. He was seen in Kashmir. You have seen in the Bible. He disappears for 30, for perhaps not 30 years. You know, he got crucified and he was put in the tomb. And on Easter Day, what happened? They went to open the tomb. Is he inside?
No.
He's not inside. That's Easter for those of you who were Christian. So where did he go? He has all mystic powers. Do you think he's identifying to his body of a Jewish? Father is Jewish, mother. No, he's a pure devotee of the Lord. So he's gone. He's gone for at least, I forgot the life, the length, but at least 13 years, 15 years. Where did he go? Bhavishya Puran explained he went to Kashmir. He went to Puri, Jagannath Puri.
Yeah.
Bhavishya Puran. It's a Puran. Talking about the future, Bhavishya Puran. And where did he do in India? Why do we go to India? We go to Goa to take a dip in the ocean and enjoy the beach in Goa. What is the purpose of going to India?
For spiritual enlightenment.
Yes. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. So he even though he's a Shaktivesh, yes, important incarnation, but he figured out, let me deepen my knowledge. So he went to Puri and he had discussion. He was not happy with Puri because a lot of smarta Brahmins there, caste conscious Brahmins, even in those days, 20 centuries ago. So, and he gleaned lots of, from Shastra, he read a lot. He gleaned what is the final siddhant? What is the siddhant of all the Shastra? Give me a shlok. What is the purpose of all of studying? What is the verse in the Gita?
All the knowledge should culminate in loving devotional service of the Lord.
Yes. Vedesh Shasaver Ahma Vevijo Vedanta Kri Vedavi Devachaham. Prem Pumatu Mahan, love of God. So and then he went back and then he preached and he was Shaktavesh. He had totally empowered incarnation. He had full power. In 31 years he lived. His mundane appearance was 31 years, but you know what I'm saying? He had, after he went to India, again he was visible. He preached extensively and Christianity got rooted. So you can see, this is Ishanukata. All the great devotees of the Lord, Dhruv, different levels of consciousness, Prahlad, Prachina Barishat, Priyavrat. There's so many cases in the Bhagavatam, of even outside the Bhagavatam, great souls. Saint Francois of Assisi in the 14th century, very great saint, Christian saint. So it's called Ishanukata. You study the life of Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath, Ishanukata. You follow? It's not only Krishna. No, it's none different if you study the life of Narottam Das Thakur, Baladev Vidyabhushan, Saint Francis of Assisi. This is none different. What is the purpose of Krishna Katha? Give me one advantage of Krishna Katha. According to Bhagavatam or Gita.
Removing all impurities in our heart.
You have to speak louder, Prabhu. You're extremely far. I know you are in Vancouver, so that's very far.
Removing all impurities in our heart and
Yeah. Yes,
it cuts the knots of material entanglement.
Yes. And there's a verse 10:1, I think it's 10:14, 4 or something, 10:14:8 perhaps. Gyane prayasam mudapasya naman taiva jivantisan mukaritam bhavadiya bhavatam stane stita shtrutigatam tanuvan manubi ye prayaso jita jito prajisastrilo kyam. This is Brahma speaking. He's telling Gyani Prayasam, we have to reject Gyan, empirical knowledge. Sometimes we study knowledge, you get a PhD in mechanics and engineering. This is called
empirical knowledge.
This is empirical knowledge. Of course, you may say, well, Prabhu, I have to make a living. I understand, fully granted. But it's called apara vidya. Vidya, yes, but apara. Apara means material knowledge. Now, within the Vedas itself, you may get carried away also. Are we embracing all the Vedas irrespective? Are we taking all the Vedas irrespective without even discriminating? No. What does Brahma say in Brahma Samhita? Even the Vedas you cannot. Doesn't suffice. That's not sufficient. It's not sufficient. Krishna says in Gita 2:45, Tregunya Vishaya Veda, Nistregunya Bhava Arjuna. What does he say, 2:45? It's telling Arjun, go beyond the Vedas. Are we strictly Vedic? No. Go, Krishna is telling 245, go beyond the Vedas. Why? Because they only deal with the modes of nature. How to go from Tamagun to Rajagun to Sattvagun. But practically all the Vedas deal with 96% deal with Kamakand, Gyanakand, Upasanakand. How to find yourself a nice niche in this world to be happy in a religious manner. I've seen in Mauritius, I've seen in India, lots of people, they take up the path of Dharma just to be happy in this world. Is that the path of, is that the purpose of Dharma?
No.
What is the purpose of Dharma?
Ultimately, to come to this conclusion that we have to perform devotional service to Krishna.
Yes, Maharaj Parikshit makes the point very clear. 10.1.4 Nivrita She Upagiya Manash Na Upagiya Manash Bhavo Shadashrotamanu Biramat. Nivrita She means you cannot glorify the material world along with the spiritual world. You cannot glorify, let's say, Ronaldo, a beautiful, very powerful soccer champion, and Krishna. No. You have to choose between Ronaldo and Krishna. You have to choose between Mick Jagger, the Rolling Stones, and Krishna. You cannot, that's the point of Parikshit Maharaj. Nivrita Tarshe Upagiya Manas. If you glorify it, in other words, you have to let go of the material world. If you want to glorify the spiritual world and get some strong, sound benefit, you have to let go of the material world. Otherwise, you're going to end up wishy-washy. And then, yes, you will stick to the Vedas, but at the end of the day, you're going to be using the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, and all these things to enjoy yourself in a religious manner. And then the purpose is defeated. It's called Pravritta Marg. Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada told us, Nivritti Marg. We are advocating, we are taking the parts of the Vedas that is going to fortify, strengthen our renunciation of the. But why do we renounce this world? Do we renounce the world like a Gyani?
No.
So why do we renounce this world? Nivritata She Upagiya Manas Bhavo Shada Shotra Manu Biramad. Bhavo Shada, you have seen in Ayurveda, Bhavo Shada means a tonic. Now you go to an Ayurveda doctor, he's going to tell you, take this tonic. It's going to tonify, it's going to strengthen your body, it's going to strengthen your immune system, it's going to boost. So Maharaj Parikshit 10.1.4 Bhavo Shada Shrotra Manu Biramat. Abiram means very pleasing. Shrotra, you have to hear about Krishna and about the devotees. Ishanukata. You hear the story. Even Mahaprabhu is God himself. Do you know how many times he would hear Prahlad Maharaj Katha in a loophole?
108 times.
100 times. On Nishingadev, we hear the story of Prahlad, 1 hour, 2 hours, and then, okay, Prabhu, I have to go. I have to, Mahaprabhu he's God himself. He would hear Prahlad Maharaj Katha in a loop 100 times. This is called Ishanukata. Kotama Shlok Gunanuvadad. It's Uttama Shlok. Uttama Shlok means Krishna. You glorify a devotee, you glorify Krishna. It's even higher to glorify. Mad Bhakta Puja Vyadika. It's higher. Krishna is telling Uddhav, it's higher. Mad Bhakta Puja Vyadika. It's higher. So this is Bhagavatam. Puman, there's a verse 10:14. Puman Vairagya Vina Pashugna. Those who are not appreciating Bhagavatam are called Pashugna. What's the meaning of Pashugna? Pashu.
Animal,
Nara Pashu.
animal
Dwi Pashu.
conscious.
Vigna means to kill. Vignasha. And Nishingadev, it destroys the anarthas. It kills the anarthas. Nishingadev. Vignashan. Pashugna means a butcher. Atmaha, the killer of the soul. Those who have no taste means they are butchers. They are killing their soul. So
You
that
mean those who have no
yes,
taste for
tell
Srimad
me.
Bhagavatam?
Yes, Alinishta.
You mean, yeah, you mean if we don't have taste for Srimad Bhagavatam, that means we are the killer of the soul?
Yes. So what does it mean, Atmaha, killer of the soul? Can we kill the soul?
No, in the sense that we are not, yeah, it's not it's understood that we are not benefiting the soul. Instead,
Exactly.
we are downgrading
Exactly.
its destination.
Exactly. And the consciousness of the soul, the symptom of the soul is consciousness. So the soul, Asango Yajam Purusha, the soul is always pure. We cannot contaminate the soul. It's foolishness to think. But you can consciousness, you can pollute the consciousness, which is the symptom of the soul. You follow? So it's called Krishna consciousness. There's different types of material consciousness.
Mhm.
What is the first type of material consciousness? According to Gita 13.5, it's called Brahmaputra. What is the first type? Anamoy. Now you have seen, let's say, a lizard, a snail eating a lettuce leaf. Annamoy. I'm enjoying my life by eating this lettuce. Anna, food. I can relate to this world through food only. That is his level of Brahman. What is the level of Brahman for a snail? Annamoy. That's the grace of Krishna. Is allowing the snail to eat his lettuce leaf. Anamoy. Then what is it next? Anamoy, pranamoy. Pran. Pran means life air. You are conscious that you are living. You have seen a bird eating some grain.
Live,
Yes.
yeah, we live to eat. I mean, we are attached to the life because we enjoy to eat.
Yes, that's anamoy, but pranamoy is a bit higher. You are aware that you are a living entity and you are afraid. Look at the bird eating a few grains on the floor. You will see always looking left, right, and corner. He's afraid. Someone may catch me. So he has a self-defense system because it's called pranamoy. The life airs within the bird are making him aware you are living. You have to protect yourself. Be careful. That's why Krishna gave him some wings. A dog is coming, running, he can fly away. That's number 2. Then anamoy, pranamoy. Then number 3, Gyanamoy. What's the meaning of Gyanamoy?
Loves knowledge.
Yeah, basically Gyanamoy means maximum. This is what the state of affair today on this planet is Gyanamoy, maximum. Thinking, willing, feeling. You have seen the state of affair of mankind today on this planet. Thinking, yes, they can think. Willing, yes. Feeling. That's the function of the mind. Thinking, willing, feeling. And within those 3 domains, vikalpa, sankalpa, vikalpa, sankalpa, vikalpa, accepting, rejecting, accepting, rejecting. So basically, material life means maximum Gyanamoy. I can think I'm an American. I will do this for the sake of my enjoyment. I feel like doing this. Everyone is on that platform. That's not your life. Then number 4, anamoy, pranamoy, gyanamoy. Then we come into spiritual life now. What is the next phase? That's the beginning of Krishna consciousness. Gyan, Vigyan, Vigyan Moy. What's the meaning? Vigyan Moy.
Longing for transcendental knowledge.
Yes, you start to understand.
Desiring,
Yes, please explain, Alinishna.
desiring to know, to acquire knowledge beyond the body,
Exactly.
beyond the material realm.
Exactly. We understand we are not this body, at least philosophically, at least intellectually. There is something in me that is going to perdure. It's not going to die with the body. 216. Nasate vijate bhava, nabhava vijate sataha. Whatever doesn't last is asat. Your body, your house, your car, your book, your table. It doesn't exist. It doesn't live. It's a constant permutation of the modes. It's a constant permutation of atoms within the table, within your body, within your car. It's always changing. It's asat. Technically speaking, it's unsubstantial. It doesn't exist in the sense you cannot fix it in eternity. It's always in motion. And then what doesn't change ever is Sat. The holy name, the Jiv. Can the Jiv be altered with time, with space? The Jiv, the living entity? No. Krishna, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, the deities. Sometimes you have seen the deities installed by Brajanath, great-grandson of Krishna. They are still around. They don't die. The deities do not die. The prasad. Mahaprabhu one time, Govind was taking prasad. Govind was the secretary of Mahaprabhu. He's a godbrother of Mahaprabhu. Devotees were was giving prasad to Govind. Please give it to Mahaprabhu. And he would tell Mahaprabhu would tell him, put it in that storeroom. Days went by, weeks went by, and the prasad is piling up in that storeroom. And one day, Govind was feeling so bad because people would come back to him. Did you give the prasad? Yes, I did. And then he figured out, actually, I'm lying to them. Because I brought it to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu told me to put it in the room. It's been in the room for months. So Govind had a very severe case of conscience. He was feeling so bad. I'm lying to the devotees. He told Mahaprabhu the state of affair. Mahaprabhu said, okay, where is that room? Have you seen a full room full of prasad that is months on end? Mahaprabhu ate the whole room of prasad. Can you do it? See, prasad doesn't go bad. We are thinking it's going to go bad. Mahaprabhu ate the whole room full of prasad. So this is Sat. Huh? So let's carry on to that Brahmaputra. Anamoy, Gyanamoy, Vigyanmoy. Vigyanmoy means the beginning of spiritual life. Yes, I'm not the body. And then ultimately, what is the final rung of the ladder? Anandamoy. 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 So now Anandamoy means Prem Puma Tuma. You are in love with Krishna. Then your Anand, Brahma Sokyam Twanantam, your love is increasing every day, every second. Rupa Goswami used to say, I wish I had millions of ears, millions of tongues to relish more. What can I do with one tongue, 2 ears? So I was into the 10 topics, just to tell you how deep is Bhagavatam. Atra saga visagascha poshanam uttayaha manvantara ishanu katha, we discussed, and the topics of Bhaktas, great Rajarishi, great demigods, great devotees, Bhishma, Shantanu. Okay? Then, last line, Mukti. What is the concept of Mukti in Krishna consciousness? When we say Mukti, what's the meaning of Mukti?
Liberation from the females of material nature.
Yeah, oftentimes if you ask some Hindus, Mukti, what's the concept of Mukti? Moksha, Mukti.
To merge in God.
Yeah, oftentimes I've been suffering like hell. I want to stop this suffering. Let me leave my body. They understand, yes, we're not the body, we are spirit soul. They understand, no doubt. But I want to find a region where I don't want to come back and I don't want to again have a body. Why they reject the body?
Because the body gives them frustration, sufferings.
Exactly. And we discussed in the beginning of the class, Rishabdev was telling us, we are thinking I got a brand new body, it's great, I can enjoy like anything, but actually it's a cause of suffering. We are bewildered. So actually, those impersonalists, Brahmavadis, Mayavadis, Maya, this is the Vad, the path of Maya. They are thinking I can merge, I can get away from anywhere. But what is the downside of that? What is the downside of rejecting matter too early?
They will not be purified of their attachment to material life of things, and at some point they can become pretenders.
Excellent.
And they can.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. 3-5. Everyone is bound to act according to the qualities he has acquired from the molds. En français, on dit chasser le naturel, il revient au galop. You understand? You're acting in a non-natural way. How long can it work? 1 week, 2 weeks, even a few years. You can make a show, 3-6, Mityachar. You are thinking, I'm a renunciate. Can't you see I'm wearing saffron? But within your mind, inwardly, at night, you are thinking of a woman. But you want to show the world I'm well situated. Can't you see? It's called Mityachar. Mitya achar. Pretender. So this is the problem with the impersonalist. Hari Sambandhi Vastunaha Mumukshubi Parityago Veragam Falgu Katyate. Falgu Katya. Veragam Falgu Katyate. Falgu Veragya. What's the meaning of Falgu Veragya? Veragya, but Falgu Veragya.
False renunciation.
Yes. Sasvarup Das Maharaj gave a beautiful analogy. You go to India during the dry season, you see big rivers dry up. They dry up. But I don't know if you know that you go in the riverbed and you dig a few meters, sometimes 1 meter only. You will find water is still running underneath, underground. So in the same way, a Mayavadis, Brahmavadis may broadcast, I'm free from desires, but actually inwardly in his psyche, he still anchors. So what is now is he finds himself in a soup. Why? Why does he find himself in a Dutch, we say in Dutch, in a soup, in severe difficulty? Why? Because he cannot purify himself, because he didn't accept Krishna consciousness. You follow? He didn't accept the positive, active path of karma yoga, engaging your karma into Krishna consciousness. Then even if you have material desires, savakam, mokshakam, akam, there's a verse, 2:3:10, akama, savak, mokama, mokshakama udaradi, tivena bhakti yogena, jajitam purusham param. Even if you are savakam, okay, full of material desires, but you engage those desires, you engage your passion to serve Krishna. What's going to happen to you? Your passion will be purified. Your senses, Atashi Krishna Nabadi, you become purified. At 30, 40, 45, 50, you get purified. Because why? You engage your passion. You engage your material desires in Krishna consciousness. The Mayavadis cannot do that. The Brahmavadis cannot do that. It's stuck in the mud. You follow? It's Falgu Vairagya, superficial Vairagya. So what is the real Vairagya?
We use everything in the service of the Lord.
Yeah, you can quote the other shlok. Hari Sambandhi Vastunaha, this is Falgu Vairagya. And you have to quote the shlok dealing with yukta, anashaktasya vishayan yataram upayungyadaha, nirmanda Krishna sambande, Krishna sambanda, connection with Krishna. Yukta Vairagya Muchyate. Then that's yukta. Yukta means you engage everything. We're not against anything. This material world, Devisha Gunamayi Mamayadur, it's part of Krishna, Devisha, it's divine. You engage this energy. Whatever you get, you engage. Then you get purified. Not only you, the table gets purified, the car gets purified, your wife gets purified, your kids, your house. So this is Krishna consciousness. Mukti, this is one topic. Vimukti, actually, in Krishna consciousness, the real term is Vimukti. Vimukti, Iranyadva, what is that verse? 210.6. And there's a verse 210.6. Mukti edvanadvarupam svarupena vivastiti. This is real mukti. It's called Vimukti. So we are dealing with that in Srimad Bhagavatam. Vimukti, and then what is the next topic? Nirodha. What's the meaning of Nirodha? Just like the energy, it's just like a spider. You have seen the spider. It's spreading the cobweb. Did you notice a spider, how it works? It's spreading the cobweb, and then so many mosquitoes will get caught, flies, whatnot. And then Nirodha means retracting. The cobweb will be retracted in the abdomen of the spider. You follow? So this energy, this material world is sarga visarga. It's parasya shakti vivideva shriyake svabhaviki janabala kriyacha. It is spread out. The universes are manifesting from the pores of the Mahavishnu. Yasya Jivanta Lom. There's a verse in Brahma Samhita. Their universes are expanding, getting bigger. And when Mahavishnu inhales, all the universes are coming back in his abdomen, his pores. Can you imagine? This is one nimesh. The whole span of material creation is one nimesh, of not even a second on the level of Mahavishnu, a fraction of a second. So we're making a big fuss of all these civilizations, Greek, Roman Empire. This is one nimesh, not even a second. And then finally, Ashrayaha. This is the final topic, 10th canto of Bhagavatam. 1/4 of Bhagavatam is 10th canto. The shelter of Ashraya, the shelter of the shelter, Krishna. Bhagavatam is compared, 10th canto is compared to the smile of Krishna. Padma Puran explained, and the 12 cantos are compared to the body of Krishna. 1 and 2, what is it? First canto, second canto. Pada Padma.
The lotus feet of
Then 3 and 4, 3 and 4.
the limbs of Krishna,
The legs.
the legs,
And then 5.
The thighs,
5 is the waist. Then 6. 6 is
middle,
the torso. 7, 8. The arms. 9. The neck. The neck of Krishna. The 9th canto. 10th canto, which is Ashraya, dealing exclusively with Krishna Lila. It's compared to
his face, his smile,
the smile. To be precise, the smile of Krishna. 11 is
the
compared to
glance,
the forefront. The forefront is here. Le front en français, le front. And then 12 is the skull of Krishna. So you can see it is advisable to study systematically. That's what we're doing in this group. And at the end of the day, once you have a good grasp of the first 9 cantos, 11, 12 also, then only you can relish 10th canto. 10th canto is 1/4 of Srimad Bhagavatam. 1/4. So that is why we in this group, we are going systematically. So I'll stop here. I gave you a quick review of the 10 topics. Do you have any questions?
I have a question, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Suppose we are devotee, people come and they embrace Krishna consciousness and they practice for years and years to seva, but they don't study, they don't dive in Srimad Bhagavatam. Can you say something on that? What happens? What is the
Yeah, as I said, you cannot expect everyone to be a good cook. Like, you can cook something, a little sabji, little rice, some noodles. So, but you can sufficiently cook to not starve or die of starvation. Okay. You can offer to Krishna some alva, but you find mahacooks. And when they cook, everyone just becomes servants of those cooks because they know I'm no match. So then they help that mahacook. They cut the vegetable, they prepare the chants, they, according to the capacity. So it doesn't mean because we have no taste. The main thing is to have a taste for particular anga. What are the 9 angas of bhakti? We discussed Panchanga, but another list is Navaanga Bhakti. What are the 9? That list of 9 coming from Prahlad.
Ravana, Kirtana,
Uh,
Smarana,
What is the verse? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Then?
Smaranam,
Smaranam Padasevanam
Archanam
Vandanam Dasyam
Atmanivedana.
Sakyam Atmanivedanam. Yes. So this is 7th canto. So that's 9. So great. If you have a taste for the 9, then you are very advanced. But Prabhupada said even 1 is sufficient. So I'm not saying if you don't have no taste for Bhagavatam, you're doomed. You are doomed if you have no taste in Krishna consciousness. That's great. That's clear. But let's say you have a taste for book distribution or for chanting the holy name. That's fine. I'm not saying you don't hate Bhagavatam, but you don't dislike Bhagavatam, but you have a meager knowledge. Like you have seen lots of devotees, they have Bhakti Shastri. When I do Bhakti Shastri, I used to do Bhakti Shastri in Mayapur, there's 90 students, 90. I do Bhakti Vibhav, I've got 8 students. So what happened? Many people are, okay, I want Bhakti Shastri, I want Bhakti Shastri, and then they're gone with the wind. So it's like that. Who's going to stick it out and get into Bhagavatam, Bhakti Vibhav, Bhakti Vedant, Bhakti Savabom? All these diplomas were set up by Prabhupada in 76. So at least you should have a basic knowledge. Bhakti Shastri. And Buddhajan used to tell us all these books are meant to pave the way towards Srimad Bhagavatam. Unless and until you have reached Bhagavatam, it's not complete. You got off the train before arriving to destination. So you cannot expect all the devotees in ISKCON to have a strong understanding, but at least you should get some, like the 10 topics we discussed today. You should have somewhat of a rough understanding what's happening in each canto. And of course, if you have a proclivity to study, to deepen, then do it. That's your grace, as a saving grace. So again, if you have a taste somewhere else, book distribution, cooking, managing, organizing Dham Tilt, you can, like you have seen this Ishtadev, is so expert taking people around. Madhavanand, he knows Puri like his pockets. He knows Puri. I've never seen a devotee like this. He's been taking devotees for 40 years in Puri. He knows each tune in Puri. He's an American devotee, but that's totally beyond average. He knows Puri better than the Puri Basis. So that is his anga. Everyone should find his sweet spot. So does it answer?
Prabhu, there's also
Yes,
like
Prabhu.
Bhagavatam is a ripened fruit of all the Vedic knowledge.
Yeah, Nigama
Yeah,
Kalpatalo Giritam Phalam. Yes.
It has churned all the Vedic knowledge, and this is the nectar that we are drinking from Bhagavatam.
Exactly. So I mean,
And
personally, yeah. I mean, it
Prabhupada,
seems to me that if you don't study at all, you may have difficulty to stay in ISKCON. Or you may find yourself on the fringe of ISKCON. You're on the borderline, on the periphery of ISKCON. So, I mean, you have seen great devotees, Bhakti Keshav Maharaj. They have a wholesome approach to Krishna consciousness. They chant well. They know Bhagavatam well. They are full of compassion. They have love. So it's organic growth. That's why they're sannyasi or guru, because they have an organic growth in their Krishna consciousness. What could be inorganic is you are good in one aspect and totally null in some other aspect. Let's say you love Bhagavatam, but you hardly chant Hare Krishna. That's also a flaw. We should grow organically. We should be able to give a good kirtan, a good bhajan, a good class, and also somewhat a good cook, Prabhupada said. Anyone wants to share on this?
Srila Prabhupada, he has exposed us to the realizations of different acharyas amalgamated their uh, teachings in his purport. So like
Yeah,
we can access this treasure.
exactly. There's no depth. There's no depth, but we are just like little boys and girls. We are just scratching the surface. Can you imagine Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is a manjari coming from Golok when he speaks about Bhagavatam. Gadada Pandit, Baladev Vidyabhushan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they are manjari coming from Golok. What is it like to hear them? Prabhupada himself is coming from Golok. So, but we cannot pretend. We have to start somewhere. But as I said before, even a little bit of advancement, you will get a taste. The purpose is to get a taste. If you like to play tennis, then you got a taste for tennis. Naturally, you go. Someone calls you, can you play? Yes, I'm coming. Because you like tennis. So it is the same Krishna consciousness. You have to come to a phase where you like Krishna. And you may not say, well, I love all the aspects. Automatically, there's some aspects you like more. Doesn't matter. Then concentrate on that aspect. And along with that, also practice the other aspect. If someone calls you for puja, you cannot say, well, Prabhu, I'm a relisher of Bhagavatam, leave me alone. No, there's something wrong with you. Do the puja. Because doing the puja means you are practicing Bhagavatam. You serve Krishna, you offer the bhog, dhuk, deep. So that's totally Krishna. That's Bhagavatam. What is Chaitanya Charitamrita? This is the application of Bhagavatam on a daily basis. What do they do all day? They chant Hare Krishna, they relish Krishna Katha, they take huge feast, they swim in the Ganga, they swim in the Bay of Bengal, they travel, Dham Katha, Dham Tirth. You follow? What do? They practice, but they are Bhagavat exponents. They just practice Bhagavatam in their daily life. They marry, they have children, they have deity worship. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Mahaprabhu is very happy and mingling with them. So Bhagavatam is the processor of Krishna consciousness. Just like you have a processor in your computer, the stronger, the quicker your processor, the more happy you will be able to do things with your computer. Bhagavatam is the processor of your spiritual life. So this is what it is. That's my understanding. Some devotees may say, well, Prabhu, I relish holy names. Okay, that's wonderful. I'm keeping quiet. And they hardly read, but they have such a relish in the whole chanting. That's wonderful. They're great souls. But personally, for me, I feel that why do we stay in ISKCON? Because if we have understanding of the Tattva, Jiv Tattva, who are we? Then you're going to stay. You're not going to leave. You're not going to say, oh, it's the fault of Krishna. It's the fault of that devotee that I'm suffering. No, because you have a deep understanding of the Tattva. So you're never going to blame anyone else but you. This is the advantage of Bhagavatam. You're never going to leave ISKCON. On the contrary, you understand where you're at, always. Anyway, so it's 2 hours now. I'll stop here. So anyway, for those newcomers, you please come again. I don't see you. Let me stop the sharing. You're most welcome to, even though, as I said, we didn't touch the second canto today, but I just wanted to give you a little overall overview, and you're most welcome to come next time. It's that group is 5 a.m. French time on Thursday morning, which is 7 a.m. for you, Mauritius, and 6 p.m. Sunday, which is 8 p.m. for you on Sundays. Okay? It's twice a week, 2 times 2 hours.
On Thursday, it's 7:30 Mauritius, I think.
On Thursday, for me, it's 5 a.m. So whatever it is in your country, Prabhu, I don't know. You have to figure it out. I know Mauritius is 2 hours ahead of me, but Vancouver is way behind. I think it's 9 hours behind. Okay. Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Any question? No, I don't have any. I
They
don't know
don't.
if Sundar Gopal Prabhu, Subhadra want to say something.
I haven't heard them. Perhaps they fell asleep or something. Okay.
They are very
No,
shy,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Mauritian people,
No
they are very shy
question.
to speak.
Sorry, Moshe Prabhu.
Mauritian devotees are very shy to speak.
I say, not you, huh? No, you're quite westernized. You speak a lot, which is good. Hare Krishna, everyone. Take
Hare
care.
Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
I hope to
Hare
see you
Krishna.
again. So I'll send the recording to at least my. I don't have your emails, but for Marinishta, she can give it to you. Hare Krishna.
Sure.